Hello folks, Dave Schmidt here. It's the evening of September 1st as I'm doing this recording as we've moved into a new month, and this is the preliminary information for tomorrow's September 2nd program. Well, it'll be an interesting program tomorrow. I'm going to do something that's a little bit different. Both Blanca and I will have more than once gone over this recording by a lady by the name of Barbara Messiniak, and she channels the Pleiadians. Now, I'm always kind of cautious about when I bring up channeling messages like this, but this recording is very relevant. It's very what I call timely because it was just released a few days ago. When I allow myself to basically bring information forward that's coming from channeled messages, I always do my homework to make sure that they're viable sources, because not all channelers have freed themselves of what is called their own ego influence. What's unique about Barbara Messiniak is she's been doing this for close to 30 years. She's proven herself with scores of thousands of people that listen to her of the reliability of who she is and what she brings through. Now, she's channeling basically those that are called the Pleiadians. These are basically these non-physical beings from another planet, that they're multidimensional, but they're very benevolent. They're very highly conscious in what they're bringing to us, and they have a very strong reason of their incentive to want to help us and bring us information through our growth and development as a human race here on this planet Earth. They've been doing this for some time. Barbara has a number of books. The whole books are completely channeled messages from the Pleiadians, and they openly talk about what is their purpose and their interest about wanting to help us. But they have the ability to see things from a different dimension, which means they can step into and see what's coming down the future. Now, even here, I want to talk a little bit about what are prophetic messages or channeled messages. How do they do that? Nobody less than Albert Einstein said there is no such thing as time. Time is not a reality. Time is only a matter of perception. Because of the third dimensional density that we live in here as humans on this planet Earth, we use time to process information that's coming at us. But Einstein and many others of the bright quantum physics scientists had always said we process time linearly, item after item, but in reality, time is not linear, it's vertical, which means Einstein always said that all past, present, and future is happening simultaneously, which means all the events are taking place at this one specific moment of what we call time. But what we do within our minds and our consciousness, we choose to focus on a specific point on the vertical ladder of all the events taking place. And so people who are basically multidimensional beings can see some of the events taking place at another point in the ladder, i.e. what we call the future. But because they are bringing that information forward, prophecies and channelers are not always 100% accurate. Why? Because they're seeing and they're explaining the event as it's happening at that moment. But human consciousness, our thoughts, are what predicate how the events unfold. And if there's a massive shift and change about how we view our future events at that time, then it could be different than what they're seeing. So that is why prophecies are never always completely accurate. They're only projections of what is being seen at that given time, knowing that in future time, it could change somewhat. So we'll talk about that tomorrow night, because we're going to talk about the events, these climactic, chaotic stuff that's going on around our world right now, why some of that is happening, and how that has the potential to impact the release of these funds, and again, why the currency exchange funds are being released. I'm basically, in this program, I'm talking about the bigger picture, folks. I'm bringing the bigger picture in again about why is all this happening, and what is the probabilities of some of the times of when that could take place. So join us on the program on September 2nd, and we would love to have you there. Thanks a lot. Okay, bye-bye.